Brent, obviously a big challenge this week. Best of the best, as they say. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's always going to be a tough one, regardless of who the opposition is. But yes, they're a very good outfit. So we're looking forward to the challenge. You know, it's a challenge every single week, but when you come up against, you know, one of the top two teams, which Collingwood certainly are, and the reigning premiers, it's always going to be a tough game.
Do you feel this season you've sort of haven't been able to quite match it with that? Sort of, you're in the middle bracket of the bottom half of the 8, but you haven't quite been able to match it with the top 4. Yeah,
and that was one of our goals at the start of the year to really match it with the top teams, and you know, they give us a bit of a pantsing early on in the year, and you know, Geelong got over us pretty comfortably. So this is probably the biggest challenge we've had of the year. Going into a top 4 team and really finding out where we are, because I think we've improved so much from the last time we played them. So it's a great opportunity for our young guys to really step up, and our older guys lead the way. So we're looking forward to it.
What are those areas that you've improved on?
I think just efficiency around the ground in terms of skill, goal kicking. I think we've lost 4 games under 10 points this year, and really you could probably say 3 of them were due to our goal kicking. So we've really improved that. I just think the understanding of Brad's game plan, another 4 or 5 games with our young guys, introducing you know, Sean Atley, Kieran Harper, these type of guys coming through, Luke Delaney. We've had some guys make their debut this year, and it's been fantastic for our footy club. So those guys are just continuing to take the next step, and you know, we've just got to stick around and enjoy those young guys coming through.
A couple of those young guys went out last weekend in favour of mature bodies.
Yep.
Collingwood's a strong, obviously mature side. Do you expect that to be a similar case this week yet?
I'm not too sure. We haven't really had a skill session. Today's our first skill session. We've got to see how everyone pulled up from the weekend, and then obviously have our main training session. And fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not on the match committee, so I'll leave that to the coaches to decide. But you know, look, we are playing a very good team who are seasoned campaigners. So it wouldn't surprise me if there would be 1 or 2 changes, but certainly need those hard-enough players in.
What was the biggest frustration last week?
I think just the opportunity. You know, they didn't score in, I think it was a quarter and a half of football, and we still didn't get over the line. So if we look back at that, we say that we lost an opportunity, and a big opportunity at that. You know, we would have been sitting inside the 8 if we had won that game, but it's one that slipped, I think.
A few of the ex-players and our armchair experts seem to be questioning your coaches' tactics. I mean,
are they?
Can you understand why that would be?
No, because he's the coach. No, I'm not sure why people would question the coach's decisions, but he's a very good coach. That's all I can say. I'm not sure the people you're talking about. We back Brad in and his decisions every single week, and he's got a fantastic group of assistants around him. So they're doing a great job.
Brent, what did you learn from that loss in round 2 against the Pies?
Just how good they are. That's probably the obvious thing that springs to mind. But look, I think just, you know, they're probably where they are, and we want to be there, and we're probably a good year away from being where they are, or even a little bit more. I'm not too sure, but we're introducing young guys, like I said, and you know, they went through that period as well. So it's just a huge challenge for us, and it's a huge challenge for our football club, and we're just looking forward to it. We can't be excited enough.
You were quite vocal after that loss in round.
Yep.
So how do you feel that tier of guys that you spoke about, the sort of responded to the season so far?
Yeah, I reckon it's been outstanding. And look, you know, we go back to that game, and you're probably frustrated because we lost, and we lost by a fair bit. And there was 22 players that day, but you know, those young guys, those 20 to 25-year-old, I think have done a fantastic job. You know, not only that, but even going back to the VFL and playing some outstanding footy, and we've got some young guys coming through from underneath now. It's the first time for a long time that our footy clubs had pressure from underneath to get a game, and that's the position we want to be in.
When do you think you made sort of your comments a little bit against Collingwood about some stepping up this week?
No, I don't think so. I think that was 10 weeks ago or whatever it was. It was a long time ago. We certainly don't look back 10 weeks ago. We probably look back to St Kilda a little bit and see the areas we can improve on, but we won't be looking back 10 weeks.
Just getting back to what Scotty said about having to compete and beat those top 4 sides. You've got 3 of them in the next sort of on the run home.
Yep.
I think feel like it's all sort of coming ahead that you've got the opportunity to do that, and you actually need to do it to sort of
yep.
push one of them in that.
No, you're spot on. It's really exciting. You know, we get to play St Kilda again. Obviously, Collingwood this week. Hawthorn are right up there, and even Carlton. So we play the top 4 teams other than Geelong. So it's a huge challenge for our footy club. And I'm honestly, we can't be excited enough, because if we're going to play finals footy, we'll be good enough to play finals footy. We won't just scrape in and beat the teams we're meant to beat. So it's a good opportunity for us. We're in a good spot, I think.
And last 8, you've got 7 at Etihad Stadium. Is that a chance for you to sort of get on the roll there and maybe just push it through?
Yeah, as you've seen, our fixture wasn't outstanding in the first half of the year. You know, we went to Perth and played Geelong down there, or went to Perth twice, sorry. Played Collingwood in the first month. So it wasn't ideal, but now, as you said, 7 games in the next 8 weeks at Etihad, it's a huge chance for us just to stay at home, play on our home ground and take the challenges.
Brent, you went long to Drew Petrie a lot in the forward line, probably particularly in the last quarter last Sunday.
Yep.
Will you look to perhaps use a few shorter options as well?
Oh, look, I think it worked for us in the previous 4 weeks. Drew's an outstanding player, and he's just gives you a contest, so we know what we're going to get. And look, 8 or 9 times out of 10, Drew will mark it, and if he does, and he brings it to ground, and that's where, you know, blokes like Lee Adams and myself, Daniel Wells, Lindsay Thomas come into the game. So we won't change too much. We want to be really predictable to each other, and part of that is getting the ball as long as we can down to Drewy.
Brent, the Kangaroos not one of the best supported clubs, I suppose. You know, getting crowds to the games, but there's a fair few people.
There is. I think there's about 950 kids here today, so obviously that's the future of our football club, and it's fantastic to have all the little kids there, and you know, you can have a few jokes with them and stuff. But as I said, these kids are our future, and you know, they become members later on, and their friends become members. So it's a huge part of our football club, and the boys are pretty excited about the clinic today. 950 kids in the cold. It's a good day.